Raider Nation, what is the deal, man? Once again, it's your guy Panama Fargo, and I'm back to y'all live with another episode of the Raider Rundown. And today, man, we're gonna be discussing the Raiders' pathway and how they can get up in the NFL draft, how they can move up, right? Because something has surfaced, right? And we've been talking about it on this channel for a little bit, but we're gonna get just a little deep dive on it. So without further ado, let's go ahead, let's get this intro started, and let's get the show cracking. What is the deal? You're back for another episode of the Raider Rundown. Make sure you guys are tapping on that like and on the subscribe button. And please hit on that little notification bell so you get updated whenever I drop episodes or give you updates like this right here. So, Super Bowl week. Today is Super Bowl day. But obviously, in my little rebellion of Super Bowl day, fuck both teams, I'm going to drop a video on how the Raiders can move up in the NFL draft. So, right, what is the pathway? Now, before we continue to talk about the pathway and how the Raiders can look to move up, you guys are going to need a little bit of context, right? What is he talking about? Boom. As you can see here from Bleacher Report, the Patriots are looking and could be open to trading that number 3 pick. Now, look at this report. This report right here is not anything factual. Nobody from New England's front office or anything has come out and say we're getting a veteran quarterback, we're doing anything. So this is speculation still. But the fact that this is coming out now is very interesting. If you guys remember, I've always said, right? It's not a foregone conclusion that the top 3 teams can take a quarterback. It's not. I know everybody wants to assume that that's the deal, and because that's where they have these guys projected. Understand, bro, I've continuously said this. Certain teams don't have certain quarterbacks ranked above other prospects. For example, you can go ahead and have a tackle ranked higher as a prospect than a quarterback. It's not far-fetched, bro. It's really not. You know what I mean? And it happens all the time. And more times than not, us fans, general public, tend to overvalue certain guys more than the league does, right? And I think that that's the problem that most of Raider Nation have. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit here and act like my word is law, right? Like I know what the fuck I know what I'm talking about 100% of the time. I don't, but I try to look at things from a logical, objective point of view. Try to do the same thing with y'all, right? So at the end of the day, like I said, just because we value quarterbacks doesn't mean that a team in the league does, right? And for example, I've continuously said this as well. Another example, right? Just because they need a quarterback doesn't mean they're going to pick one. Now, some of you may have just saw that statement and said, what the hell are you talking about? Let me explain, right? I've always said, you do not know other teams' situations. You don't, right? We're looking at everything from a Raider lens. Most of us is looking at everything from a Raider lens. You don't know what the Patriots are talking about within that building, right? You have no idea. They could be sitting there and saying, this is going to take a long time to build, which it is, right? If you look at that roster and the way New England's roster is constructed, it's bad, top to bottom. It's bad, right? No depth. They have a little depth, but they don't have pieces, right? They need pieces. They need to build the team. So you don't know if they're in that meeting saying, all right, well, the team is about 2 years, 2.5 years, maybe 3 from contention. It's just fact, right? Because we don't have the skill needed to be able to compete with some of the top tier teams in the AFC. So what do teams do in that situation if they're patient and if they're willing to do, which I think Robert Kraft and that family is? They're willing to build it slow. Right? They're willing to build it slow and say, all right, bro, let's go ahead. It's gonna knock the pride a little bit for a couple of years. But like, we have to build this slow, bro. Because if you put a quarterback in that situation, it's not going to garner, the outcome you think it's gonna garner, bro. It's not. You know what I mean? We see it too many times where quarterbacks go to situations where the team, the roster, maybe even the front office is not up to par, and they completely screw off that young kid's development, right? And all the tools that he came in with. Now the confidence is gone. Now you're left with Zach Wilson, right? You're left with fucking Zach Wilson. And that's not a shot, because I continuously said I don't think the Jets did Zach Wilson any favors. They didn't do him any favors, right? And I know all of you, oh, he sucks. Yes, he's bad, right? But then remember, objectively, right? What has that organization done for him? Now, yeah, they've gotten certain pieces, right? That O-line is still a fucking mess. The play caller, still a mess, right? Like, Robert Saleh is a defensive guy. Every offensive coordinator he's had, right, with Zach Wilson is trash. Matter of fact, you tell me, who was the offensive coordinator for Zach Wilson his rookie year? I don't fucking know. Nobody knows, right? This man has vanished in the league. So that's my point, right? You have to put these quarterbacks, like, yes, talent matters, but situations for quarterbacks matter as well. That's why I'm so adamant about getting a young one, because I feel like our culture is ready. I feel like the situation is ready, right? And, somebody, oh, you don't want to do all that. No, bro. The situation is ready. If all of us sit here and say we believe in AP, we believe in his development, we believe in the culture that is being built, there should be no fucking problem getting a young guy in here. And in no way, shape, or form am I saying, oh, we trade, next 3 years, right? There is a price where I'm willing to say, nah, no deal, right? Definitely. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I want to trade the farm and that's my only option. Nah, there's a price for me, right? And 3 first rounds is very, very, very high for me. That is too rich for my blood a little bit. I'm not going to lie. 2 first rounds, I can swallow that pride. Go ahead and ship that shit off, right? This year, next year, I can live with that. It is what it is, bro. Like, once again, 3 first rounds might be too rich for my blood. But 2, stop complaining. Stop complaining. Stop the bitching, bro. We all sit here and say we don't draft well anyway, right? We don't draft well anyway. But what the hell are we scared of? You know what I mean? Just do it, bro. Just do it. Because I think if this pathway opens itself up, which I think it's going to, right? One of them top 3 teams is not going to be taking a quarterback. And if that's the case, the Raiders got to do what they got to do and be aggressive, right? And if the reports are true, already coming out that Jayden Daniels is high buzz around the Las Vegas Raiders room, and if those reports are true, then get your dude. We'll be pussyfooting for it. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm on. Don't tease us. Don't say, yeah, we like Jayden Daniels and we're gonna have him in our locker room just not to move up. Please, bro. Put your money where your mouth is, right? Put your money where your mouth is, roll that motherfucking dice, check nuts, and let's go ahead and trade up for our quarterback, bro. Stop playing, right? Stop fucking playing. Because if somebody else does it, right? I already know how y'all gonna be. Bro. So don't even play with it. Somebody else gonna do it. They're gonna get a quarterback. Might work out for them. And we're gonna be sitting here looking fucking stupid. Once again. Now, that's not saying we can't find success if we don't get a first round guy. No, it's not saying that. But all I'm saying is, for too long, bro, we pussyfoot. Let's just call it what it is, bro. We pussyfoot. This organization tiptoes around the quarterback shit, trying to find a quick 2-year fix with a veteran. Oh, we're ready. Let's get a veteran for 2 years. Or, we can keep scouring the free agent market and we'll find somebody that can be our next Rich Gannon. Stop that shit, bro. Stop it. And that, it's over, right? And you look at the free agent class for the quarterbacks this year, you can't convince me that none of them move the needle. You can't. I'm sorry. And I understand, you can tell me Kirk Cousins. He's coming off an Achilles injury. We'll see, right? We'll see. There's no guarantee that he's back to where he's supposed to be, right? You tell me Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson don't move the needle, right? He don't move the needle. He had an okay year. Okay, right? It's not like we're sitting here like he led the Broncos in multiple games and game-winning comeback drives and it was really the rest of the team and it wasn't Russ, right? Like, nah, bro, he did what he did his job. Cool. He did his job. But he don't move the needle at all. So if you're telling me that our two best options, think about this. Our two best options in free agency is an injured Kirk Cousins and Russell Wilson. You think that's a good quarterback free agent class? It's not. It's not. We can convince ourselves all we want, right? It's not. It's mid. So we call a spade, and like there's no guarantee that even if we draft one high that it works. But at the end of the day, bro, if the pathway is there, this is all I'm saying. If the pathway is there and it's all this chatter and chirp and you want to do it, then do it. Then do it. It is what it is, bro. Because most teams that we're looking at right now were aggressive in getting a quarterback in some way in volition, right? They just weren't, right? I mean, if you just want to talk about the AFC in general, most of the AFC went up and got their quarterback. Most of them did. Most of them that's in contention. Yeah, now some they let slip to them for sure. But where the Raiders are at 13, it's highly unlikely you get a guy if you really want a Jaden Daniels and things of that nature. So you do what Kansas City did. You do what Baltimore did. You do what, Buffalo did. And you go secure your guy. It's just what it is, right? You go and do that. Once again, like I said, it's too many times in this organization, we pussyfoot around this quarterback position, right? And then some of y'all let the last quarterback we drafted high influence what the fuck is going on in 2024. Be real with yourself, bro. Be real, right? If you're letting Jamarcus Russell influence the fact that we can get a quarterback in this year's draft, go look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself to smarten the fuck up, bro. All right? Relax off that. That situation has nothing to do with this fucking situation at all, right? And if Jaden Daniels is the pick, which most people want it to be the pick, then why are we tripping, right? Once again, I believe the reason I'm so headstrong in getting a young quarterback because I believe in AP. I believe in the culture, and I believe in the fact that he can go ahead and develop young players and get the best out of them. So having that environment where you can be nurtured, taught, groomed, and competed against, I think that will bring the best out of somebody who we draft. So if that's the case, why not get a quarterback if I think all those things of our coaching staff and our coach, right? That's just me. That's my personal opinion. Now, if you have a different opinion, I understand, right? And like I said, if you're new to the channel, when I get heated about something, I go ahead and I display the passion. But, right, it's all respect to what you want. I'm just saying I think our best bet is to go with a younger guy, right? And maybe a lower tier of free agent quarterback, right? Maybe a Jacoby Brissett, or things of that nature. And our quarterback room would consist of Aiden O'Connell, the rookie, Jacoby Brissett. So I think that would be a good quarterback room to me, right? You have the best of all three options, the young one, the guy who's kind of in the middle in Aiden O'Connell, and then you have your veteran, right? So I think that'll be our best bet going into 2024 to reshape the quarterback room, to have skill sets and ages and things of different nature there. So that has been the episode. Y'all let me know down below, what do y'all feel about hearing that the New England Patriots might be open for business? Are you willing to go up to 3 and select Jaden Daniels or somebody who slips to you? Or would you like to wait and see what happens at 13? And if you wait to 13, you're probably getting one in the second round, maybe third. But we will see. Y'all let me know down below how you feel. And once again, we keep it authentic from the clouds to the ground on the Raider Rundown.
I need a bad bitch with an accent, serving in peace, still taxing. Just got tapped for the young Cash App, moonwalking like a young Mike Jackson. Yeah, shots to the head, ride clean and still fuck feds. Realest nigga and it's on my kids, so who the fuck gon' wanna test me, bitch?